Hello and welcome to the Big Smoke and Friends podcast. Bye. For something that costs like $70 a month, I wish it would work more. There are times, and I swear to God, they know when I'm home, or maybe, or I actually have theorized that because I only notice it on my days off when I don't fucking do anything, or I'm like at home all day. And it just goes out in the middle of the fucking day, like for like just multiple hours. It's not hours, but like just multiple times in 1 hour. And I'm just like, why the fuck does this keep going out? Like I'm not getting any message about it, like an outage or like there's a problem with the system or whatever. It's not fucking raining outside. There's no thunderstorms. No ice. There's like no reason for it to be out, but it's out. So I wonder if your Wi-Fi company will track your usage over like certain times of the day, or like for like over a certain amount of time, and it'll like basically track like when you're home and when you're not. And I think it fucking just like doesn't like it'll like stop like usage, so it like to use it somewhere else or something like bandwidth or something. I don't know. But I swear to God, these motherfuckers think I'm not here, and then all of a sudden I don't have Wi-Fi anymore because I think their system's just tracking that I'm not here, and then they only turn it back on when they realize there's someone trying to fucking use it in the house. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I live in a fucking decent apartment. I mean, I'm not saying I live in a shithole or anything, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the companies do that shit. They like track when people are using them, like their Wi-Fi, and they just shut it off to like put to use it other places. So it's like saves bandwidth or something, or maybe I don't know. I honestly I don't know, but sometimes I feel like it feels targeted sometimes. Maybe my fucking neighbor just yanks on a fucking Ethernet cable or something whenever I start getting loud. And they're like, fuck your Wi Fi. I don't fucking know. Anyway, in case the Wi Fi fucked up the intro, welcome to the Big Smoke and Friends podcast. It's just me and Big Smoke. Woo! Yeah, just here on Sunday. It's been a while since I've done a self-reflecting Sunday. It's my technically it's my fucking Monday. It's first day back at work, which isn't it? Yeah, you say it would have been a shitty day if like it was like any other fucking Sunday where it wasn't busy, or like it was only busy for like an hour or two. But of course, shit has to hit the fan, and I gotta fucking literally call and text anybody that's willing to fucking come in to help me. Because I mean, I remember like at first starting the day, I was like, "Fuck it, I don't care." I mean, I have my fucking front of house manager telling me it's gonna be batshit crazy. I got the fucking only server there to say it's gonna be batshit crazy. I got the GM of the fucking hotel being like, "You got enough help, or you need to call somebody?" So I finally just like fuck it and say, "Hey." As soon as I do that, a billion fucking people walk in. So I'm like, I'm literally every fucking like, cause if you ever worked in a restaurant, they have these things that hold the tickets up so you can like see what you're working on, and take them out of the ticket machine and all that. It's hanging. If you've seen any kitchen in any movie, TV show ever, I have like all of them filled out all the way down, and I'm just fucking basically going one ticket at a time, just like fuck it. I'm the only one here, and actually I wasn't the only one there, but fucking, I have nothing. Like this lady, she's I love her to death. She's a very hard worker, and she's trying to learn and everything. But we don't speak the same language. I'm trying to and I'm trying to communicate to her. She's like, she's trying to help. She's like, why can't I help you? And I'm like, you don't know what I can't explain everything to you because it's so like because it's like so fucking busy to the point I can't sit there like on Google Translate translating how to do everything back and forth. And it's fucking frustrating for both of us too because I mean I literally just start talking in English. I guarantee she has no idea what the fuck I'm saying, and then she'll start talking to me in Spanish like she would anybody else, and then she gets frustrated with me because I have no idea what she's fucking saying. And it's just like, so it's just like I literally I don't know. I would thankfully I didn't have to tell her to leave the line. I guess she got so frustrated with me that she just left. She just went to the back to do whatever to prep shit or whatever. I don't remember what she was doing, but yeah, I felt bad too. Like I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be difficult, and I'm not trying to. And I'm trying to not use like the language thing as an excuse either. Like I have worked with people who do not speak English with me, and I have taught them how to do everything on our fucking menu before without speaking a word of English to them. But it's just not. It was that like today was not the fucking day to do that. Like I can't do 12 and 11 tops and do every fucking little two top or three top that walks in if every single fucking if I'm having to answer 1,000 fucking questions or having someone just stand there not knowing what they're doing. So if I call and the only person that can come in is my fucking boss. Thank God thank God there's no fucking traffic from here from South Lake to Dallas. No, we just went in there and banged it out, and man, oh god, nothing puts your fucking temper. I mean, I'm not usually like a person that needs to be like calmed down, but like I'm sitting there like about to start yelling at these fucking people, and I have my boss doing like, hey, take it easy, please, like and it's just like fuck, man. I don't know. Sometimes there's like a lot of times when you're doing what you've like, I guess maybe trained to do. I mean, I don't know. I get it. I'm only 20 fucking 4 years old. I'm not. I haven't been, in the game that fucking long, really. And but fuck them. Even like shit, you're like, you've been trained to do, or like you have a fucking degree, and like part of you's just like, and you're just sitting there in the fucking trenches, and you're like, fuck, man, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? Type shit, and I don't know, man. It's just like there's too many times when I'm at that fucking job, and I'm not even like this specifically. So, like I've literally like I used to work at this grocery store. I was just sitting there cutting fruit, and then eventually just doing like meal kit shit there, and I was doing like the same thing every fucking day. I get there, clock in, do the same. It's like you get a list of shit you have to do that day, and you do it. And you're doing that same tedious ass bullshit, putting labels on shit, putting stuff into little plastic containers, cutting shit up, and then there were some days where I would like work as fast as humanly possible, so I got to take my lunch and my two 15-minute breaks all at the same time, so I could just sit there and just fucking like contemplate life for an hour. And you're like, fuck, man. That I had to leave because I was just like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I can't do this. Like I was surrounded by old people and motherfuckers that just I get either hated their lives or I don't know. They don't. I mean, you meet interesting people that way too. Like it's like when everybody kind of hates their fucking job and would rather be doing anything else on earth. Um, I mean, you find ways to be entertained. You find ways to entertain each other, and I think that's why people are like always reminisce about like the people they meet through like shitty jobs because we're all working a shitty job. We're all trying to get through it, and so that's why you meet like people that I mean, some of the funniest people I know are meant through these fucking kind of jobs. Some of the most, I mean, people that just spin a yard, tell a story, fucking, or just, sit there and just, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like all these people just caged together trying to just cope with whatever the fuck they're doing just so they can get that paycheck, so they can pay their bills, feed their families, feed themselves, just survive. And it's like, just this, I mean, I don't know, man. Part of me wonders, like, with people who are like, uber rich, sell their companies or, just do something where they're just like ungodly rich and don't have shit to fucking do. Like, they don't do anything from like work anymore. Like, they have enough money to live off. Like, it's impossible to spend this much money in one fucking lifetime type shit. What the fuck is this? Hold on. Sorry, I don't even know what the fuck that was about. I hope that didn't fuck up the recording, but, anyway, only like 11 minutes in, we're good. But yeah, I mean, it's weird, it's like, yeah, and that's the thing too, like, when you work in, like, I remember, like, working the line at so many fucking restaurants, when, like, shit's hitting the fucking fan, and all you're doing is, like, blasting I mean, it's always, I think it's, like, the honor, the greatest honor bestowed upon a line cook is when you're allowed to, when everyone's like, Connor, you put on the music. You play the, I mean, that's like, that means like, yeah, I'm the music that gets us through the bullshit. That's always like, and it's not every night, too. I mean, sometimes people get sick of your shit, which is fine. It's understandable. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's always an honor. Or you're sitting there bullshitting with some other dude, just like trying to. I mean, when you're standing right next to like 3, 4 other people, all for 8 hours in a day, you're eventually gonna start talking to each other. I mean, that's just always it. Like sometimes, like you would never talk to these people if you didn't like work with them. So you're just like sitting there bullshitting because I mean you only know these people through work, and like I think so many work friendship. There's not many work friendships that transcend work, like where you actually hang out outside of work. Usually have like one or two maybe, but usually I mean after hour. I mean you see people 8 hours every fucking day. You probably are just like, what the fuck you wanted me? What you want to hang out? Like what the fuck? I'm about to see you for for the next week for 8 hours every single day. That's basically. I mean I see you more than if I see my actual fucking friends. I see you more than I see my mama. Like, fuck. Why do you want to hang out outside of work? I don't even get it. But, sometimes you meet the coolest people that way. And then you leave that job. Yeah, that's the sad part sometimes when you stay for the job just for the people. Like, you hate it, but you're like, fuck, man, I like working here with these guys. And, like, I remember that sushi place. I genuinely liked everybody I worked with. It was just like, I think eventually the shit just got too understaffed, and I mean I remember like for like 3 nights in a row I'm sitting there till like 2, 3 a.m. washing dishes. Uh, and I'm just like I can't keep fucking doing this shit. I mean they're never gonna fucking hire a dishwasher. I'm sick of working dish. Like that's I mean every time I worked the night shift I knew it was either that I might be the lone schmuck on the fucking dish pit. It would piss me off too, man. Like I get it. And this was like me fresh out of culinary school too. So I would sit back there pissed off, man. I mean, I got a fucking degree and I'm washing dishes like some fucking. And I found out too, like when I would clock in as a dishwasher, I was making more money than I would as a line cook. And I was like, man, fuck, what am I doing with my life? So, and now, fuck, man. I mean, it's a weird thing too. Like I heard my like the boss that came in and helped me out. I heard he's on his way out. So it's just like, fuck, man. I mean, it's like, too, it's like, you sit there and you work your ass off for somebody, and then now you realize, like, fuck, they're on their way out. They're leaving. They don't want to stay with this bullshit. And then you start looking around. I mean, it sucks when you're like, you feel like you're on a sinking fucking ship. And you're just like patching holes and biding your fucking time just to, stay afloat. And then eventually, just one hole later, or one more fucking hole, and you're like done. And you gotta find a new boat to get on. And back then, it was like, it's not that big a deal. It doesn't stress me out. But like, when you got four walls, you gotta pay every fucking month to stay in, and other fucking shit that you need to pay for. It's like, fuck. Just makes you stay up at night. Makes you worry. Makes you think that, fuck, did I need that fucking DoorDash? Did I need that? Especially with Christmas coming up, too. Like, I already bought, like, a little bit of stuff for a couple friends. Which I'm really excited to give those gifts away. I think it's going to be really fun. And that's the one thing I love about Christmas, too. Like, especially now that I have money to, like, buy shit for people. It's so much fun giving away a gift, something, someone else is going to really enjoy. You're just like, I can't wait for you to open this fucking shit. And I got a really cool gift for me and my buddy Jacob. Like, last year I got us matching t-shirts. This year I'm doing matching hats. Because he always wears fucking baseball caps. So I figured, like, and I need a new cap for work, too. So I was like, fuck it. Let's get matching caps for Christmas this year. Although, I don't know, I never know what to get, like, and last year my fucking siblings fucked me on the parents. They're like, yeah, we already got shit for that. I'm like sitting there like 1st of December being like, hey, so what are we getting mom and dad? They're like, oh, we already took care of that shit. You haven't gotten them something yet? What the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck you mean? We always did that shit together. And now, shit. I remember last year I think the best gift I got was a bottle of Jameson from my sister's boyfriend, and I drank all of it in like one night, which was the night he gave it to me. I think by the time we were done, I had like a quarter. Before the night was over, I had like maybe just a quarter of the bottle left, and I finished. And I finished that shit, I think, Christmas morning. Just to make that fucking hangover of the previous night go away. Oh, nothing will fuck you up more than a whole bottle hangover. I swear to God, nothing makes your head split more. Nothing makes you want to keel over and throw all that shit up more than drinking a whole bottle at once. It's not worth it. I can get why alcoholics do it, man. You sitting there, you're just fucking so fucking out of it. Dude, I remember, like, last time I drank, like, a whole bottle. I don't even think I could. I thought I couldn't feel nothing. I think I punched, like, a wall or something. And, like, yeah, I think, like, multiple fucking times. Just because I felt like I couldn't feel it. I was like, fuck it, I'm invincible. Woo! Because, like, you feel it at first, but then, like, it just fades away to the regular, like, numbness of how drunk you are. God, fuck 'em. I remember, a few weeks ago, I think my mom was like, a few months ago, she was like, I listened to your podcast, and I was just like, please don't. Like, there's a lot of things I admit about myself on here that I don't want anyone in my family to know about. But I'm okay here sharing it with y'all. Y'all, I don't mind. I find these, like, solo ones very, like, therapeutic at times. That's the thing, too, like, and I know this time is, like, holiday seasons are coming up. You gotta check in on the homies. Especially people that don't have, like, family around. Or, one year, or a couple years ago, I think for a couple years. Like, there was, like, 2 years in a row or something that, family the main fam just went out of town. And I was working, so I can't leave either, so... Yeah, so I'm just on my own. And lucky I have a friend that was just like, hey, come to my family's Thanksgiving and hang out with us. And I remember I'm very appreciative of that because like spending a holiday by yourself is just like fucking depressing. I'm sorry, like it's just like when you feel like you got no like when you're in a time when you know like you're supposed to come together with the people you love and you feel like you got nobody. Fuck, that sucks. Um, but yeah, no, seriously, it's like this is a time to kind of check up on people, and especially like if you know you have homies going through a hard time. Like fuck, I mean, I get it. Like sometimes you're just like all you can be is like, hey, I'm here for you, and that's it. You know, I mean, that's you can only help someone that's willing to reach out to. I mean, it's just like it's just it sucks when you like care about somebody, you love somebody, and they're going through fucking hard shit, and there's nothing really you can do about it besides be like, hey, I'm your friend and I'm here for you. And I mean, it's good, and you should always say that. You should always be like a conduit of like support. You know what I mean? So if they need something, you're there, and whether they will call upon it or not, you know what I mean? It's just, and sometimes it helps, knowing that you have somebody that gives a fuck about you, especially like this time of year too. There's a lot of people who, in a time when you're supposed to be happy and cheerful and like with your family or with people that give a fuck about you, who aren't, who are sad, depressed, and alone, and you got to reach out to them. You got to be like, hey man, we're here for you. And that's the thing too. Like if you got nowhere to be on Thanksgiving, go to a fucking soup kitchen or something. Or go. I don't know. Before go hang out with somebody, or maybe go to like a bar or something. I don't know, somewhere you can feel like connected with other people. Because like that's the thing that like as like a species and as a community, as a society, I guess. We're a lot more connected than we think. And sometimes, like the other night, like I fucking, I was just by myself, kind of waiting on things to happen or not happen. And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna, step out of the house for a little bit. And, I'm gonna fucking sat at the bar for a little bit, saw some, hang out with some people, hit up friends, see if they want to come out too, and I ended up having a decent night. So, you know, it's not, it's all relative, man. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know, man. Something just about like this time. Something about like the last. I just feel like it's been like super contemplative, I guess, or something. It's been like it's been a weird couple weeks, I guess. And again, sorry about the lack of episodes lately. It's hard to work myself up to. I mean, there's like so many times where like, and I think that's the thing that like like dumb, bad, stupid thoughts in your head. It starts making you stop wanting to do the things that you even like doing, or that you would have like when you were in a good mood, just not thought about, not think thought about. There's so many times I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast, and then I'm just like, who the fuck wants to hear you talk? And then I just sit back and just like just go to bed or fucking sit on my couch and watch TV until I pass out. But you gotta get out of that mentality. Sleep's is an important thing too, man. I remember last week I just kind of fucked my sleep schedule just for not for no reason, but I was just like fuck, man. I was just like getting like consistently like 4 hours of sleep maybe, and whether it was just hanging out with people or staying up late or just and that's the thing too. Like I hate fucking just sitting in that fucking staring up at the ceiling, being like fuck, why am I not asleep? And then I don't know, and then saying fuck it, I need to come home instead of going to the gym and passing out for a few hours. It's a weird sleep schedule. Weird cycle, really. I was saying, fucking get 4 hours of sleep, go to work, come home, sleep for maybe 2-3 hours just because I'm fucking exhausted. And like, fuck, man, like today I was driving home and I don't even. I was just passing out in the car. I need to figure out why I keep fucking falling asleep while driving. Like, I swear to God, someone probably thought I was fucking. Multiple people on the road today probably thought I was drunk. Just swerving in between lanes. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm just literally falling asleep. And, I'm fucking. I don't want to be a danger to me or somebody else. So. But, yeah. Honestly, I think, on that note, I think I'm going to end it here. It's a little short than normal, but fuck it. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to the show if you're listening. And I hope you I hope you have a wonderful week. Hey, Monday, is not maybe a start of a work week or start of your bullshit again, but hey, man, it's always a time to maybe start off a week right. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon, either solo or with a guest. Anyway, bye, guys. Also, I gotta shout out my boy Ethan E Money. He showed me The Wire the other day when he was over at my house hanging out, and I gotta say I'm fucking hooked. Already through one season, starting season 2 now. If you somehow have not watched it, I hear it's like kind of a classic thing, like, oh, you should watch The Wire or something. It's an older show, but it's pretty damn fucking good. Not gonna lie. Anyway, but I gotta thank him for that. Any person that shows you a new series it's got multiple seasons, and each episode is like either like 30, 40 minutes or like an hour. You're like, oh God, thank you. Finally filling the void of silence with something. But yeah, gotta shout out him. That was a homie move. Yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, start your week off right. Get some sleep. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll check in with you all later in the week. Peace out. Bye. I love you.